सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या योगविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्तब्रह्मविद्यायोगविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। तेषां कृपया ब्रह्मविद्या योगविद्याद्वारा परमात्मानुभवद्वारा मुक्तिप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मवैदिकसंस्कृते विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं साधकभक्तसेवकानां विघ्ननिवारण समस्तसत्सम्पदावाप्त्यर्थं पतञ्जलि योगदर्शनशास्त्रस्य व्यासभाष्यसमेतध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ गुरूणां स्मरणम्। ॐ हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः। 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 ॐ पतञ्जलिमहर्षये 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 नमः। ॐ व्यासमहर्षये 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 नमः। First four sutras, let us chant three times. Om Maharshi Patanjali Pranita Yoga Darshana Shastram Pratamaha Samadhipadaha Chatvari Sutrani. Om Atha Yoga Nushasanam. Om Atha Yoga Nushasanam. Om Atha Yoga Nushasanam. Second. Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. योगः चित्तवृत्तिनिरोधः। योगः चित्तवृत्तिनिरोधः। थर्ड तथा तदा द्रष्टुः स्वरूपे अवस्थानं। तदा द्रष्टुः स्वरूपे अवस्थानं। तदा द्रष्टुः स्वरूपे अवस्थानं। फोर्थ वृत्तिसारूप्यम् इतरत्र। वृत्तिसारूप्यम् इतरत्र। वृत्तिसारूप्यम् इतरत्र. So we have to reach to the self. For that we have to do the sadhana. For that we have to have the darshana. Therefore the darshana for sadhana for the moksha. And which is the darshana? So many are there. Here the yoga darshana. So yoga darshana tells the sadhana to reach the mukti. Okay. In this yoga darshana, the sutras are given to us. In those sutras, artha, we have to have the avishkarana, and directly the sutra artha we can't have. Therefore, we have to take the help of Bhashya. And how many Bhashyas are there? Plenty. But who is the main Bhashyakara whom everybody followed is Vyasa. Therefore, understanding Yoga Sutras through Vyasa Bhashya, so that Bhashya and Sutra understanding put together gives us Darshana, means the vision, for sadhana to reach to the Siddhi. Siddhi Praptyartham, Sadhana Artham, Darshana Artham, Yoga Sutrani, Bhashya Sameta Adhyayanam. We are doing it. Every day I am adding one more thing, if you are aware of it. So the first three sutras, Atha Yoga Anushasanam, what is Atha, what is Yoga, what is Anu, what is Shasanam, all that very exhaustively, Bhashya Sameta study we did. Then Yoga, Chitta, Vritti, Nirodha. While discussing that at length, we have talked what is Chitta. It is influenced by three gunas, therefore it is in five avasthas or the bhumikas. In which bhumika the yoga samadhi can be achieved, in which bhumika the yoga is achieved, all that we saw while discussing that. In that only, these special words of the Samprajnata Samadhi, Samprajnata Samadhi, Viveka Khyati, all of them were touched upon. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. In that also, through the ekaga vritti, bhumika chitta vritti nirodha is not done. If the bhumika is kshipta moda vikshipta, how the chitta vrittis come? Adharma, avairagya, anaishwarya, all that also exhaustively explained. On the other hand, through the ekagra bhumi, when the vritti nirodha is done, step by step, ekagra bhumi leading to sampragnata samadhi, that leading to viveka khyati, that leading to asampragnata yoga, that leading to nirbijata, that facilitating for the sarupa avastha. These are all explained in the second chapter, second sutra. Then the third sutra, when the chitta vritti nirodha happened, what happens to the purusha? That was the question taken up. Then exhaustively we saw yesterday, especially day before also, ki this drashta who was a jnata through the vrittis when they were in the utthana sthiti, now he has become one with his own swarupa. Therefore, drashta chitishakti purushaha swarupe nirvishesha chaitanya matre avasthanam is yatha kaivalye. This is called as kaivalya. This is how the mantra is over. Bhashyakara's Bhashyam we studied. But toward the end of it, Tada Dashtve Sarva explain karte हुए, what it was, कि व्युत्थाने पि तथा अपि न भवति तथा. This extra addition of the Bhashya by Bhashyakara, which has nothing to do with the second sutra, but given to put the connection between second and third sutra. Also third and fourth sutra. What is he says? Vyutthane api tata bhavati na tata. That we have understood exhaustively yesterday. In Vyutthana kala mein, the chitta, the chiti shakti, though it is so by itself, still it is not so. If it is not so, then what it is? It is so, but still it is not so. Tatapi bhavati na tata. Though it has not changed itself, but yet it is appearing as not itself something else. When the vritti nirodha is not there, when asampragnata yoga is not there. So chitta with its vritti is totally niruddha, drashta is in sarupa. When the chitta vrittis are not niruddha, but they are in uyutthana sthiti, then the drashta is not in its swarupa, it is in something else. Naturally, what is the something else? The question asked. Then the answer is the fourth sutra. The something else is called itaratra. Itaratra means not the niruddha sthiti, not in the asampragnata sthiti. Then what is the sthiti? It can be anything. Other than niruddha means asampragnata, sampragnata, viveka kyati, ekagra bhumi, kshipta, moda vikshipta. ये सारे इतरत्र में आ जाते. Other than nirbija, all of them. At that time, what is the position of the Purusha? Then, before the sutra starts, with one word, which is already said earlier, some introduction our Bhashyakara is giving. What is that? Darshita Vishayatvat. The Darshita Vishayatvat is Bhashyakara sentence which connects to the sutra. That's how, like in Adi Shankar Bhashya also, he gives Bhashya in such a way that Bhashyam connects the earlier sloka and next sloka. Yaha vi. Katham tarhi, when the niruddhavastha is not there of the chitta, vritti, like even when you study the Narada Sutras also, though there is no Drishyava Bhashya Bhakti Sutra, but the wise people, the great knowledgeable people, they have given the connection in between. In Upanishad and Gita, you can see how greatly Bhagavan connects the slokas and continuously establishes the theme. The Bhashyakara's work is that only. Sutrakara gives sutra and goes with so many gaps in between where they appear to be disconnected. But every sutra is connected to the next. How to understand? Bhashyakara explains us. So the word used by is what? Darshita Vishayatvat. What is Darshita Vishayata? Already it was said as the Chiti Shakti is Lakshana. Chiti Shakti Aparinamini Aprasankheya Darshita Vishaya, then Shuddha Ananta. These never should be forgotten. In that, the third one is Darshita Vishaya. Now, that Darshita Vishaya word is very peculiar. क्या है वो? विषय तो वृत्ति में है, वृत्ति चित्त में है. Object is in the womb of thought. Thought is in the vritti, antakarana, sorry, chitta. Okay. Then this chiti, what is done to it? Darshita Vishaya. What is Darshita? This chitta, with its vritti, having in its womb an object, is coaxing that chitti shakti to see. Because without the chitti shakti's permission or awareness, the vritti has no value or sustenance. Like the children have written an exam. If the teacher has not validated and gave the marks, उस एग्जाम को कोई फायदा ही नहीं होता. In the same way, an application is sent to an office. If the officer doesn't sign, like bank, to get the money, you have filled a form, your own amount. The bank manager, if he has not signed, then the check or whatever you have applied the form, it is not valid on. Check के sign करके वो टप्पा मार के देते, then he'll give you the teller will give coin and then call you number, you go. Main thing is कोई होना चाहिए ना उसको सर्टिफाई करने. देखो चित्त शक्ति नहीं है तो चित्ता एंड इट्स वृत्ति, who will become aware of it? Therefore दर्शित विषय है चित्ती शक्ति. This is the connection for the next sutra. So now see the whole thing. When through all sadhanas, chitta vritti nirodha is done, nirbija ayakam, then tada drashtu swarupya avasthanam. Very clear. Now, the niruddha sthiti is not there. Then what? All the other sthitis are there. Nirbija ke jagah, all utthana sthitis are there. What is the position of the chitti shakti or purusha? That's the question. Answer is what? Answer is because the purusha has a quality of darshita vishayatva. When the vyuttana sthiti of the chitta is there of vritti, that time, what happens to purusha? Tada vritti saropyam itaratra. So, darshita vishayatvat purushasya itaratra vritti saropyam. Itaratra, in the other condition of nirbija, niruddha swarupa sthiti, when the vyuttana of the chittas are there, vritti saropyam happens to him. This has to be explained. This is how Bhashyakara explains to us. The main sentence is Vritti Saropyam. Therefore, two conditions. Chitta Vritti Nirodha to full Nirbijata, Swarupa Sthiti. So, Swarupa or Saropya. Atma Swarupa Sthiti or Vritti Saropya Sthiti. So, Chitta Vritti Nirodha Sthiti is Swarupa Sthiti. Chitta Vritti Vyuthana Sthiti is Saropya Sthiti. Now you choose. If you choose the Saropya, then the Vrutthis will dance according to that, you will dance. And the dancer is called Jiva. He will go on suffering. And you don't want to have the suffering of all that, then you have to drop the Saropyata. To drop the Saropyata, you have to enter into Swarupata. To enter the Swarupata, you have to reject the Vrutthis by Nirodha. And Vritti Nirodha is done by the Yoga. Therefore, you have to learn and do the Yoga sadhana. Okay. Now the Vritti Sarupyam Itaratra is the fourth sutra. Bhashyakara's Bhashya se will delve deeper details to clearly understand it. See, we are explaining everything clearly, but our memory power, if it is there, it's remembered. If not, 3-4 times when you listen, then the data is collected. Then with that, we sit on the meditation seat and we know what is chitta, what are the vrittis, which position it is there in now. Then according to that, I have to bring it first to the Ekagra Bhumika. Thereafter, I have to reach to the state of Sampragnata Samadhi. Then I must see that Viveka Khyati is developed. In that, Sattva Purusha Anyatha Khyati is happening. Then the Sattva also is Vritti. Therefore, that is dropped. Viveka Khyati also dropped. In that, I have to enter into the Asampragnata Yoga. Asampragnata Yoga is also not the goal. Goal is, through the Asampragnata Yoga for a long time, every bija is removed, nirbija sthiti, there drashta swarupa avasthana. This is how we have to again and again daily reach. Like in Vedanta, as a Panchakosha Upadhi Tadatma, I am Jiva, the Vikara of the Upadhis are touched by me, and I am suffering as Jiva. So I have to transcend all the bandhanam to get the moksha. That will happen only when I transcend the Jiva Bhava. Jiva Bhava and transcend when I drop the Upadhi. and discover myself to be the Ananta Brahma and the Brahma Lakshana Satyam Jnanavanantam. Now I inquire, what is the meaning of Satyam? What is the position of Satyam? Where is that Satyam? Who is that Satyam? We will be finding that it is my own self. Inquiry Pradhan. सत्य ब्रह्म को ढूंढना वेदांत की भाषा, वृत्तियों को निकालकर सत्य ब्रह्म को रिवील कराना योग का साधन. बोथ पर्पस इज स्वरूप अवस्थानम एंड दैट इज अ मुक्ति हेतु. भाष्यकार क्या कहते हैं? व्युत्थाने याह चित्त वृत्तयः तद अविशिष्ट वृत्ति ही पुरुषः. व्युत्थाने, व्युत्थान अवस्था में याह चित्त वृत्तयः, whatever the vrittis are there at the chitta, that's what the vrittyana sthiti. In the niruddha sthiti, vrittis are not there. Then the sarupa avasthana. But vitthana avastha mein chitta vrittis are there. Whichever the vrittis are there, tad avishishta vritti purusha. Purusha. The purusha, be attended, appears to be avishishta, non-separate from those vrittis. That's why the dukkha vritti comes, I am dukhi. Sukha vritti comes, I am sukhi. See, drashta, is it not happening the sarupya with the vritti? Prema vritti comes, I am a lover. Dvesha vritti comes, dvesha. Kama vritti comes, I am a kami. Vritti sarupya ho raha hai ki nahi? See, these are all vrittis. Kama, krodha, dvesha, they are all vrittis of the mana. But I am becoming kami ityadi because sarupyata. But is the real self getting touched by them? No. But why that sarupyata happening? Because vrittis are there. That is what the explanation in the Bhashya. As long as vrittis are there, is jabardasti, like you are working. A person comes. Whether he talks or not, your mind is diverted towards him or not. Till what time? When he goes out. Once he goes out, that thought of that person goes away. Definitely. In the same way, as long as the vrittis are there in the vyuttana sthiti, so long the chiti shakti to illuminate them will have to be in the proximity. While being in proximity to illuminate, it gets affected by it as if it is happening eternally. Therefore, through Vedanta, by that Mithyavada, reject the entire world and stay in oneself, or through Yoga Marga, reject all the vrittis and establish in the self. Otherwise, you can't avoid. वृत्तियों को रखकर बी अटेंटिव. वृत्ति तादात्म्य को नहीं रहना इम्पॉसिबल है. In yoga, the vrittis are eliminated. In Vedanta, what is done? There is nothing called as vritti or mana or antakarana. Sarvam brahmamayam, that is reached. By reaching to the ekameva advayam brahma sthiti, this Vedanta consumes the entire chitta into it. Everything is Brahma, there is no chitta. Chitta hai nahi to vrittiya nahi hai. Vrittiya nahi to all these, what do you say, the tadatmya vritti sarupam is not there, samsara is not there. That's the Vedanta's approach. Yoga kya karti hai? By resolving the vrittis through yoga sadhanas of yama niyama, all of that, it makes the self establish in itself. But the point is, if you don't do the niruddha sthiti and reach the sarupa sthiti of yoga, or through Vedanta, if you don't explain the Brahma Tattva, then the vrittis will be there. Then here the Panchakoshas will be there. Here the vrittis are there. Then vritti sarupya ho jata hai aapko. That lazy thought, vritti, then I am lazy. I have a knowledge of the intelligence. Then I am intelligent. I am smart. And somebody cheated me. I am cheated. That thought. I am disappointed. Getting cheated or disappointed is a thought. But I identify with that. That's why in Vedanta, how it is said, if you have heard, some of you Telugu people, Drugdushya Viveka, Kamadhyaha Chittagaha Drushyaha, Tat Sakshitvena Chetanam Dhyayet. Drishyanu Viddoyam Samadhi Savikalpakaha. See that? Kamadhya Chittaga Drushya Tat Sakshi. You are not rejecting the vrittis. You are just becoming sakshi. When you become sakshi, vritti hoya no kya farak padta hai? When you are not seeing. Like in the same example, as long as the person has not gone, you are disturbed. Another is what? Engrossed in your work so much that you are not at all noticing that person. This is Vedanta Marg. Yoga Marg is send that fellow out and feel relaxed. Vritti Nirodha is Yoga Marg. Just attending to the pure self is Vedanta Marg. In both cases, the self is realized, then moksha is attained. Self in its pure form. Satyam Jnanavantam or Sachidanandam. Here it is Chitti Shakti Purushaha Nirvishesha Chaitanya Swabhavaha. So too, Aparinamini, Aprasankheya, these are all Nitya Shuddha, Akhanda, Ananta, Eka, Anadi. They are all the Vedantic Shabdas. Here the Yoga Marga, ये शब्द उन्होंने use किया. Meaning is same. Okay, first line explained. Vritthane yaha chitta vrittayaha tad avisishta vrittihi purushaha. So Vittan mein, if the vrittis are of Mudha, I am Mudha. If the vrittis are of the Kshipta, I am Kshipta. Vrittis are of Avikshipta, I am Vikshipta. If the vrittis are of the Ekagra, I am Ekagra. If the vrittis are of Samprajnata Samadhi, I am in that state. If the vrittis are the Viveka Khyati, I am that. Is it not? Up to this Vitthana Sthiti mein, the Purusha gets Sarupata with the vrittis. To Vyuthane, Yaha Chitta Vrittayaha, in Vyuthana Avastha, whatever the Chitta Vrittis are there, whatever means all the list, right from beginning what we are studying. And then Tad Abhishishta Vritti Purushaha. Purusha also Avishishta hota hai. Vishishta means alag. Avishishta means not alag. Thus Avishishta Vritti Purushaha. Here Vritti means not the thought, he appears like that. Purusha appears like that Vritti. The moment then the wife is seen, immediately the husband comes in him. Is it not? The moment the Vyuthana of the wife happens, then the Purusha becomes husband there. Then the wife is gone, then the husband is gone, then Purusha, a happy fellow. Niruddha Avastha. Is it not? Like in the class, immediately you are a listener. Through the class as a medium, you are a listener. The self in you. When the class is over, khatam, we are not that. Niruddha ho gaya. Now, the second one, tatha cha sutram. Ekam eva darshanam, khyati eva darshanam iti. Okay. First thing is explained. Vyuthane yaha chitta vrittayaha means in whichever are the sthiti, the vrittis of chitta are there, the Purusha appears to be like that. Okay. Here, what we have to little of discuss is here, ki, so, कि बुद्धेः वृत्तिभिः सह सारूप्यम समान रूपत्वम इति वृत्ति सारूप्यम. So, of the buddhi or the chitta, whatever the vrittis are there, that rupa, the chitta, chitti shakti or purusha or chaitanya tattva or atma tattva appears to be. So, this is what. So, what we have to know is here ki, the chitti shakti pure by itself doesn't change, but it takes the position of the vritti. Like water never changed, but took the position of the wave without itself losing its waterness. So consciousness or the chitti or purusha always remains consciousness, chitti or purusha only, but takes the shape of that vritti at that time. That is called as vritti sarupyata. We have to understand. Then, so, so I am pure conscious self, like we are seeing Nepti Swarup in Vedanta. Now, through the Indriyas, let us say the eye, you have seen a object. Let us say the fan. So, what is fan? It is an outer object. And you will never have the knowledge of outer object unless it goes through our senses onto the mind. So, what happened in the mind? The fan akara vritti happened. When the fan akara vritti happened, who am I? I become the knower of that fan. Who am I actually? Pure consciousness. Now this consciousness have become what? The knower. That vritti जो है उससे सारूप्यता होकर he becomes the knower of it. So, hmm, the pure consciousness becomes the knower of that thought. Which thought of the fan? Thought means a vritti. So the fan or table's vritti, of that I am the knower. That knower form the consciousness is taking. This is exactly what we studied 15 minutes back in our Taittiriya Upanishad. It is Gnapti Swarupam, it is Avabodha Matram. It is Bhavana Sambandhi Sadhana. It is not Kartru. Jnana Kartru nahi hai. The pure consciousness. That is what's spoken there. Here also, what is happening here? The consciousness is becoming the knower of that thought. He cannot be. When the see, can I have the knowledge of the fan without the awareness? Simple question. Without awareness, I can't. Now, with the awareness, when I am having the knowledge of fan, what is happening to awareness? Is it not becoming knower? So, वृत्ति के भूम में है actually वो वस्तु, and that vritti is in the chitta. But when the vritti utthana is there, the chitti shakti takes the position of that. Then only that side the vritti is known. तो ये वृत्ति को जानवाने के लिए मेहरबानी करने गया ये चिति शक्ति, ये खुद भी उसके साथ हो गया, ऐसा हो गया. Really, it has not changed. It remains as consciousness, but the OF off is added to that Chiti Shakti. So, in the same way, as if when the chair is seen, it has, the consciousness and me become the conscious of chair. Then the table is seen, the conscious of table. So that vritti ka sarupata it is gaining because of the vritti's existence there. So it is only what do you say, appearing like that but not becoming. What very important thing we have to listen is that will come in the next line. Ekameva darshanam kyatreva darshanam is the modification is in the vritti of the chitta because of the objects. The illuminating consciousness is not modifying. Like the small wave, big wave, tide, they are only in the waves, not in the water. So the earring or the nose ring or the necklace, they are in the ornaments, not in the gold. But gold is there as if appearing in that rupa because of the rupa. That rupa of the ornaments is called a vrutthis. Okay. So buddhya nivedita vishayatvad ityartaha. Nivedanam cha so aruda vishayasya pratibimba rupena chitti adhanam. These are all again the explanations by different Vartika Karas. Chitta cannot know independently. It needs the chitti. A chitti, when it has to help the chitta, when it has got a vritti, it appears as if it has taken that form. Okay. Now, tad avishishta vrittihi purushaha. This is what is said by the Sutrakara. So, कि ताभिः अविशिष्टाः वृत्तिः यस्य तादृशः तद अविशिष्ट वृत्ति पुरुषः. That means what? Just appears only. What we have to discover? He never became changed. He only appeared. But that is enough for the delusion. That is enough for the suffering. That appearing person is called as jiva. Is only appearing, is not becoming, so that we have to discover. Then even to stop that appearance, drop the vrittis, then you are back to yourself. In this way. Now, tabi avishishta avilakshana vrittiyah yasya purushasya sa tatha. विशेष वृत्तियों के साथ तादात्म्य किया हुआ ऐसा चित्त शक्ति ऐसा लगता है, लेकिन अपना रूप को नहीं खोया. Remember what? It has not lost its form, point 1, nor it has become the vritti, point 2. Yet it is not becoming aware of its form, and then it is as if appearing as the form of the Vritti. No, it is very contemplative thought. I am eternally consciousness. In me, the consciousness, when the chitta and chitta vrittis are coming, I, the consciousness, while illuminating them, I am missing my pure being as a consciousness. I am getting tadakara vritti, tadatmya. Tadat means appearing like I have become like that. Really, I have not changed. So, ekam eva darshanam, khyati hi eva darshanam. एकमेव दर्शन इज व्हाट ये दोनों ऐसे चिपक जाते हैं कि यू कैनॉट सेपरेट द चिति फ्रॉम द चित्तो. अ बेस्ट एग्जांपल इज व्हाट कि वट एवर वी सी इन ए रूम, लेट अस से illumined by tube light. In the night time light डाला आपने तो whatever we are seeing, are we seeing them in the light of tube or not? ट्यूब लाइट ऑफ करो तो कुछ दिखता है क्या? Nothing is seen. When the light is on, do we see the objects or not? Yeah. Now, in the objects, be attentive. Simultaneously, there are two things. One, the object is there. Second is the reflection of the light is there. But do you able to separate them? The object and the reflection of the light there? Can it be possible by any efforts? Without the light reflection, the object is not there. Without the object, the reflection is not there. Therefore, there are two things, object and the light's reflection. You cannot see the light separated from the object. You can't see the object without light. Like you are seeing my face, let's say. The face is seen by you because the light is reflected on that. Otherwise, the light is not there, put off, yeah, you can't see my face. Now, separate the light. Think. सेपरेट कर सकते हैं क्या कोई? द रिफ्लेक्शन इम्पॉसिबल. एकमेव दर्शनम इज दिस मच. बट ख्यातिरेव दर्शनम. बट दिस ख्याति इज दर्शन किसका हो रहा है? यू कांट सेपरेट द लाइट फ्रॉम द ऑब्जेक्ट्स व्हिच आर रिफ्लेक्टिंग द लाइट ऑफ द ट्यूब. बट द सेम टाइम द दर्शन किसका हो रहा है आपका? नॉट ऑफ द लाइट. ख्याति ही एव दर्शनम. What we are seeing the object only, not the light. Light cannot be seen, but what is seen is object. See the very funny relation between them. Without the light, the table cannot be seen. So when you are seeing the table, you are seeing with the light only, but the light cannot be separated and separately seen. What you see is the table only. That khyati is the vritti of the table. So दर्शन तो टेबल का हो रहा है, लाइट का नहीं. विदाउट लाइट द टेबल कैनॉट बी सीन, विथ एंड लाइट कैनॉट बी सेपरेटेड. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ कैनॉट बी सेपरेटेड? सारूप्यम. Sort out this thing, you will understand. Little contemplative mode you have to have, that's it. Now, all this is summarized in a good line. Yuttana kale purusha buddhi vrutyoho prakashanam samana akaram ekakaram eva bhavati. Bhavati atra vichikitsa katam purushakarena buddhi prakashanam bhavati kimva buddhi vritti akarena purushasya prakashanam ahosit vayorapi prakashanam anyasya kasyajit vastunah rupena bhavati iti atra sutrasya uttarardhah yatha taccha prakashanam buddhi vritti rupena khyati akhyena eva bhavati. This is how it is. We will discuss this one little more. Without the light, it is dark. You don't know anything. And without the objects, light will not illuminate anything. If the objects are there, illumined by the light, you are able to see the objects. Then there is a reflection of the light in that object. These are the data. Now inquire what exactly is happening. That एक तो light is taking the आकार of the vritti. Second, you are not able to separate the light. Third, what you are seeing is the object only, not the light. This is how the consciousness identifies with the vrittis. Appearing like vritti without itself becoming vritti. Without consciousness, object is or the thought is not seen, and what is seen is thought only. This is what vritti sarupyata meaning. Then the Vrutthis are various types. They were the Sarupata ke karana that as if dukhi ho gaya, ye Paramatma Swarupa Chaitanya lag raha hai. That's called Jiva. Like when I become Jiva and suffer, at the same time the consciousness is there, illuminating even the Jiva also. In the Yoga Bhashya, the Jiva Bhava, Ahankara, they are not discussed. All of them wholesale चित्त में डालकर चित्त को ही निपटते हो लोग. Not like in Vedanta and Bhakti we talk about the Jiva Jiva. इस योग में जीव की बात ही नहीं होती है. ये वृत्ति को निपट लो, everything is done. Because aham also is a वृत्ति. So how this sarupata is happening? This, when we understand, then we understand that as long as the vrittis are there, sarupata is there, there was no other way than doing the nirodha of the vritti. योग साधना में योगाभ्यास से वृत्ति निरोध होता है, वेदांत में विचारणा से वृत्ति निरोध होता है. What Vedanta says, can anything be illumined without consciousness? No. Where is consciousness illuminating everything, every part of it? If every part of it is only consciousness illuminating, then what is there for consciousness to illuminate? There's nothing. Therefore, drop that the thing which you say it is illumined by consciousness, then be conscious. That's it. Same thing achieved by yoga through the Vritti Nirodha Sthiti. Not at all different. It's a demarcation. Dono. We will see tomorrow. Then comes. Therefore, the conclusion is what? There is no way then to do the Nirodha of the Chitta Vritti for Sarupa Avasthana and Moksham. Then the question comes, which Chitta Vritti is to be Niruddha? Then there are lakhs in number. Then what to do? When the things are in big number, intelligence is when we put them in the categories. When you classify them. Therefore, entire vrittis are classified into five to say that these five vrittis we have to do the nirodha through yoga so that the sarupyata goes away and the swarupa pratishtha happens. So, and we get experience of our own self liberation. What is that? Let us study tomorrow. Thank you. Sarvam Bhagavat Charana Arvindarappanastu. Om, Om, Om. Then when we study Vichita